Despite its tumultuous production and few of the collaborators having much fondness for it, Flamingo Road was a hit for Warner Brothers. Jack Warner took all the credit, claiming it was the posters he approved of Crawford looking tough and sexy that had captured the public's imagination. Despite turning a profit, the studio was trying to separate itself from the strong-willed star, who they felt had exceeded her expiration date as a box office draw. But Crawford had no intention of slacking off. She still had plenty left. The Damn Don't Cry, released in 1950, was a noir verite version of Joan's own life story, although it was ostensibly based on the notorious gangsters' moll, Virginia Hill. Crawford had 3 co-stars fighting over her in that one: Kent Smith, Steve Cochran, and again, David Bryan. The film didn't do as well as the studio wanted, and Warner Brothers was convinced her box office allure was gone. So the studio offered her another crime picture, This Woman is Dangerous, figuring the script was so bad she'd refuse to make it and the studio could put her on suspension. But Crawford outfoxed them. She made This Woman is Dangerous, again with David Bryan, merely to fulfill her contract. Then she was free to do the picture she really wanted, Sudden Fear, independent of Warner's. She'd get a piece of the profits and full creative control. Sudden Fear would also earn Crawford her 3rd Best Actress nomination, reigniting yet another chapter in her long career. Sadly, Sidney Greenstreet's much shorter career was coming to an end. He only made one more movie after this, the war picture Malaya, done on loan to MGM and released at the end of 1949. Greenstreet suffered from diabetes, among other maladies, which finally did him in 1954. Incredibly, Greenstreet had acted on stage for almost 40 years before agreeing to make his first movie, The Maltese Falcon, in 1941. Not only did it earn him an Oscar nomination as Best Supporting Actor, it made him one of the most sought-after and highly paid character actors in the business. It's astounding to realize the impact he had on movie history in a career that lasted only 8 years. That's the equivalent of 2015 to now. 24 movies in 8 years and an indelible legacy. For co-star Zachary Scott, this was his 8th appearance in Noir Alley, and I've got 2 more coming up later this year. We'll have more to say about him down the road. He may have been the ultimate cad on screen, but he was a stand-up character in real life. Scott was arrested in 1951 for violating segregation laws when he accepted an invitation from a group of soldiers to have drinks with them in a black-only bar in Louisiana. In his court appearance, Scott questioned why it would ever be against the law to drink with uniformed American servicemen. Speaking of fraternizing in bars, next week's Noir Alley takes place almost entirely in a second-story saloon, where a group of thirsty customers have their imbibing interrupted by a vengeful teetotaler. It's Dial 1119, a punchy bee with the polished patina you'd expect from a Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer production. So go to the Noir Alley Facebook page or Twitter feed and let me know what cocktail you'll be bringing to the party. Until then, see you in the shadows.